natural light, how do you optimize a layout in order to create having harmony and flow between the outdoors and the indoors? Because you know, buyers now, they want to feel like they're outdoors or in, they have that comfort around them. How do you optimize that?
So a lot of attention at the early on stages is really important. Biophilia is something that we talk about in design. Bringing the outdoor in, indoor out. So how do we translate those two? So as we're designing spaces, the outdoor is extremely important. And so how do you plan on living in that space? How do you plan on entertaining in that space? And so designing what you need outside as we're building is important. Do we need to bring electrical out? Do we need to bring additional lighting out? Where do we run the gas line? Are we putting a fireplace? Because we're finding that more and more people are wanting to have that outdoor space that they can use throughout the year.
Right. Especially after COVID, I think a lot of people, the city lost a lot of population. They moved north or they moved into rural areas because they wanted to have the backyard or the outdoor space, or they're working from home. So that was a big trend throughout COVID, and you see it going forward into the coming years.
And it becomes our outdoor living space, and we can't forget that. We want to be able to maximize and utilize that space efficiently because it is part of your land.
Yes.
And it's more often than not a forgotten piece.
Exactly.
And it shouldn't be.
Right, and a lot of people do, they have the house and they forget the backyard, and creating that space. A lot of times when we're selling homes as brokers, we see that one of the main features too is how the backyard is designed, the landscape, what space they have for potential their children or pets. So I think that is, and here in the home, having that pet station, that dog you wash downstairs, brings in that piece where maybe the unforgotten pets or
Yes.
pieces, like a balcony on your from your bedroom, these pieces bring that in.
And knowing what your future plans are, because sometimes when we're building a custom home, not everything is going to be possible to do right away. But having the plan of what that intended space is allows you to ensure that when you're ready to do that investment, you're not being held back.
Right. And also, I've noticed, and even working with pre-construction and different builders, that having those, like maybe a faucet outside, or running your gas line, it's a lot easier to do it at this stage than to do it later on. So like you said, planning ahead to know what the space is intended for, what you plan, how you plan to grow out your home, and putting those small pieces in that may seem like, oh, I don't really need it now, can go a long way if you do it ahead of time.